So in the last video, I showed you how easy it is to get a count on any query results, and it's good. It helps. You can put it on the page as a number. However, there's a lot more that you can do with it. Now that you have that number, you can use it in equations to do things like a progress bar. So I'm going to show you how to do a progress bar, not using any elements or anything other than a code element. And it's easier than you think. So let's go ahead and dig into it. So I've got my title here. I've changed the query so that I had 50 because a progress bar when you only have 5% isn't gonna look very good. So how I'm getting the total of records that are in the query loop was done in my last video, and I suggest if you need to know that, go watch that video. But the long and the short of it is it's this query result count, okay? So that will be the number that we use to figure out the width of our progress bar. So let's go ahead and we will add a code element. And inside of that code element, I've already typed it out because I hate typing on camera. But long story short, it's very straightforward. You're basically doing an inline CSS. And the reason that you're doing it inside of a code element is that you can inject PHP in there. So as you can see, we're going to do a calc, which is a calculation function. And we're going to take 100%, the width of the bar, times that by whatever the value is of this count, which, like I said, if you didn't see, it's in my last video, and it's out of 150. Makes sense? Good. The next thing is we're just setting the background color, and finally, we're giving it a height because really this div has nothing. That's all there is this inline style. And believe it or not, that's all you need. Your progress bar is basically done. So if I tell it to execute code and I sign that code, you will see the bar appears. Now, obviously, this bar needs some indicators to explain, how far along you are. It's really quite easy to do. The fastest way is to add a block. Inside of that block, we're going to add 3 text elements. So in the first text element, we're going to add 0%. In the second, we will say 50%. And the third, we'll say 100%. Okay? And now all we have to do is take this block, instead of having it up and down, we're going to turn it side to side, and we're just going to have to space them evenly, and we'll choose the space between because we want it at the very outside edges. So by pressing space between, you see how you get one on the far side. If I did space around, you're not going to get it. All right? It's not rocket science, Billy. And if I refresh the page, you can see that you have a perfectly working progress indicator. Now, you're probably going to want to style this some more using CSS, and you can always just put that CSS inside of this element. And so here we can just say border radius, and we'll give it 999 pixels. We'll sign the code, and we'll save it. And you can see it's rounded the edge. Now, of course, you could use your variables if you happen to be using a framework like, Brick Styler or ATF or ACSS or whatever. There's getting to be so many of them now. The point being, it's easy. You just go var, and then I am using Core on this site, and I believe it's radius dash full, and I'll sign that code. Save that. And there you go. So there you go. A real easy to use progress indicator. Again, once you have a number, you're able to do so much via calculations inside of a code element. that code element is probably the most powerful thing that Bricks has going for it. So really start to lean in heavy on that. Instead of using, plugins and stuff like that, it's so easy to do your own. Hope this helps you, and I'll see you in the next video. Oh, like, subscribe, do all that crap. And this video was sponsored by BricsFX. BricsFX will be getting a price increase like very soon. There's only like 15, 20 accounts left. Okay, cool. I'll see you in the next video.